اللهم افتح علينا حكمتك وانشر لنا رحمتك يا ذو الجلال والإكرام. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, mashallah.
The topic we have atheism, homosexuality, and Western society. The thing is that these are actually three topics in one, and और एक घंटे में इसको cover करना is very difficult. तो इसलिए what I have decided, most of the time we will spend on question answers, and less time I'll spend on explaining these things. Inshallah, I'll try to be brief with this. Atheism, it's actually atheism. Theism and atheism. There's a specific term. एक term है Weltanschauung. It's a German term. एक German term है. It means worldview. हम दुनिया को कैसे देखते हैं? दुनिया में इतनी टाइप्स की सोसाइटीज, इतने टाइप्स के लोग, इतने टाइप्स के थॉट्स. हर किसी का एक नजरिया है. Everybody has a worldview, a specific worldview, and that worldview is known as Weltanschauung. Right? इसी तरीके से हमारे पास इस कायनात की कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज, यूनिवर्स की कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज, ह्यूमंस की कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज, इन क्वेश्चंस को हम आंसर कैसे करें? ब्रॉडली अगर इसको हम स्पेसिफाई करें, ब्रॉडली क्लासिफाई करें, तो ब्रॉडली यू क्लासिफाई इट into two terms, or two world views I should say, or two types of Weltanschauung. And one set of people, they say that this world, this universe is all dependent on an entity known as God. And there is another worldview, there is another Weltanschauung that says, no, there is no such thing, God, and God does not. It's just the rejection of theism. So atheism is actually the anti of theism. अब theism के अंडर भी बहुत सारे सब ग्रुप्स आएंगे, जैसे पॉलीथियज्म, मोनोथियज्म, तो उसमें हमें अभी नहीं जाना. We'll just simply talk about atheism, and don't take this session today as a refutation of atheism. We'll just try to understand कि एक particular set of people कैसे सोचते हैं about the certain answers. कभी हमें ऐसा लगता है कि जब when we go ahead and try to understand the concepts and how an atheist looks at the answers of the questions. For example, इस कायनात, क्या ये कायनात हमेशा से थी? Did this universe always exist? क्या ये कायनात कभी खत्म होगी? क्या इसके बाद कोई और दुनिया है? या क्वेश्चन, मैं जो हूं, मैं इससे पहले कहां था? बिफोर आई वाज बोर्न, क्या मेरी कोई एग्जिस्टेंस थी? क्या मरने के बाद हमारी कोई और, मरने के बाद हमें जिंदा होना है? तो दीज आर द क्वेश्चंस, और इन क्वेश्चंस का आंसर हमारे पास बड़े बड़े वाइज पीपल एंड इंटेलिजेंट पीपल, उन लोगों ने जब इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर दिया है, they have used their intelligence, or when they have used their brain, when they have used their akal to answer these questions, वो किसी conclusion पे पहुंचे. So when they have used those conclusions using pure reason and using their intelligence, उसके वजूद में एक साइंस हम बोलेंगे, या एक इल्म आया है, और उस इल्म को बोलते हैं philosophy. If you use pure reason to reach any certain conclusions, you call that as philosophy, pure reason and pure intelligence. Now इसी तरीके से origin of life or life, why does life exist, ऐसे questions बहुत सारे हैं, और atheism इन questions को एक certain पैटर्न से आंसर करता है, और थियज्म एक डिफरेंट पैटर्न से आंसर करता है. जनरली एथियस्ट्स से दैट हमारे पास तो वी डोंट हैव शेयर एनी प्रूफ about the existence of God with you. If you believe that God exists, so you theists, you provide that proof, because atheists और theists के बीच जनरली जो डिफरेंस मेन पाई जाती है वो ये है कि एथियस्ट्स भी और थियस्ट्स भी दुनिया में जो भी चीजें एग्जिस्ट करती है, सब हर किसी चीज पे बिलीव करते हैं एक्सेप्ट वन. एथियस्ट्स बिलीव, से दैट we believe in one thing less than a theist. Mountains exist, earth exists, plants exist. Theists believe it, atheists believe it. Sky exists, sun exists, दोनों believe करते हैं. But atheists say that तुम लोग एक extra, तुम जो theist हो, तुम लोग एक extra चीज पे believe करते हो, or because you believe in that extra thing, so the burden of proof is on a theist to to prove that the God exists. Atheist पे तो कोई burden of proof है ही नहीं. That is what generally an atheist say. But that's not the thing. सबसे पहले before we go ahead and start this session today, हमें एक चीज समझनी पड़ेगी कि it's not, the difference between the two is not just believing in one extra thing or believing in one lesser thing. It's not that. The difference is the character of the universe. A theist answers those questions using a certain worldview, how the world, how the universe functions, how the human beings function. So if a theist is able to answer those questions using a particular sense, an atheist also has to use it. He cannot simply say that the burden of proof lies on you to prove God. Then how do atheists say that what is the character of the universe? What is the function of what is the functionality of the universe? How do the physical laws that exist in the universe, or physical laws जो exist universe में करते हैं, वो कैसे करते हैं? ये कहाँ से आए? जो moral laws exist करते हैं, वो कहाँ से आए? Obviously, if we answer, atheists have, they do go ahead and answer it, but it's not just that you will say that the burden of proof lies on a theist. It's about the character of the universe. A theist answers it from particular worldview, and atheist has to answer it. We cannot say that we simply do not know, or we simply cannot go ahead and start rejecting things just purely because purely based on a certain worldview. We cannot simply go ahead and reject it. So these are the questions that we will try to, and we'll try to see that how atheists answer it, and why I am convinced that atheism is logically inconsistent. It's logically inconsistent. अब अगर हम इस कायनात की गुत्थी को सुलझाने की कोशिश करते हैं यूजिंग इंटेलिजेंस, जैसे मैंने कहा, जिस कंक्लूजन पे हम प्योर रीजन से पहुंचते हैं, दैट्स नोन एज फिलॉसफी. लेकिन फिलॉसफी कुरान में और अहदीस में और इस्लामिक ट्रेडिशंस में फिलॉसफी वर्ड कहीं पर भी यूज नहीं हुआ है. तो वर्ड क्या यूज हुआ है? तो वर्ड यूज हुआ है हिकमत. हिकमत, दैट्स नोन एज विजडम. Wisdom is the word that's used in Quran, and that wisdom, or isi wisdom ki ek example, we can say as a case study, जैसे हम generally in a materialistic context we use the word case study. एक individual का नाम यूज हुआ है और एक इंडिविजुअल की एक एग्जाम्पल यूज हुई है कुरान में, और उस इंडिविजुअल के नाम पे कुरान शरीफ में एक सूरा भी है. सूरा का नाम है, and his name is Luqman. Luqman was neither a prophet, न वो कोई नबी था, न वो किसी नबी का उम्मती था. He was not a prophet or apostle, nor was he a follower of any prophet. तो वो कौन था वो? He was a wise man, जिसने जिसने अपनी इंटेलिजेंस के बेसिस पे वो किसी कंक्लूजन पे पहुंचा था. Certain conclusions he had reached using his intelligence. और ये सूरह लुकमान में you can go ahead and read about it. और उसी में मेंशन है कि वो आतईना लुकमान हिकमा अनश्कुर लिल्लाह, हमने लुकमान को हिकमत अता की ताकि वो so that he goes ahead and thanks his creator. यानी कि विजडम का जो विजडम वर्ड यूज हुआ, हिकमत, फिलोसफी यूज नहीं हुई है, हिकमत यूज हुई है. यानी कि विजडम का जो लॉजिकल कंक्लूजन है, जो लॉजिकल end result है, where you are actually going to reach, where this wisdom should be taking you, is to thank your creator. अपने रब का शुक्र आप अदा करो, तो आपकी विजडम वहां पे आपको ले जाएगी. अब इंसान के पास जो इंटेलिजेंस है, इस इंटेलिजेंस किस उरूज पे ये पहुंची है in even the entire history of humankind. तो इसका ज़ुहूर एक बड़े बड़े फलसफियों की शक्ल में हमारे सामने आया है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, बिग philosophers like Nietzsche, Bertrand Russell, Rene Descartes, Schopenhauer, they have all used their intelligence to answer questions about the universe, about the character of the universe, about the existence of human beings. So all these people have reached certain conclusions. अगर आप भी किसी conclusion पे पहुंचते हैं, अपने रीजन, अपना लॉजिक यूज करके सर्टेन कंक्लूजन्स पे आप भी पहुंचते हैं, तो आप अपने आप को इन लोगों से कभी कमतर नहीं समझना. जस्ट बिकॉज दे रीच देयर बिफोर एंड यू रीच्ड इट लेटर ऑन, इट डज नॉट मेक मच ऑफ अ डिफरेंस. और ये जो हिकमत है जो मेंशन हुई है कुरान में, व्हाट हाउ इज इट डिफरेंट फ्रॉम फिलॉसफी, दैट्स नॉट अवर टॉपिक टुडे. दैट्स समथिंग डिफरेंट. बट जो हिकमत है, द विजडम जो इंसान के अंदर, जिसको जो इंसान के अंदर है, जो अल्लाह ताला अता करता है, बिकॉज अल्लाह हैज सेड, Allah says in Quran in Surah Baqarah, यूती हिकमत मयशा, यूतिया हिकमा मयशा, जिसको चाहे वो उसको हिकमत देता है, और जिसको अल्लाह ने हिकमत दी उसको खैर कसीर दिया, बहुत बड़ा खैर दिया, बहुत बड़ा खैर उस बंदे को दिया. So it really helps us to answer the questions about this universe and the character of the universe. दो types of people अब broadly classify हम करें who have answered these questions. एक है philosophers और दूसरे हैं apostles, अंबिया, नबी. अब इन दोनों में difference क्या है? Philosophers have used their reason, they have used their own intelligence to answer certain questions about the universe, about the character of the universe, about the origin of life, about human beings. ये एक set of people है. दूसरे set of people है नबी, पैगंबर जिनको हम बोलते हैं, जो बहुत सारे पैगंबर आए हैं. उन्होंने भी इन क्वेश्चंस का आंसर दिया है, लेकिन उन्होंने कहा है कि ये जो आंसर्स है ये हमारी तरफ से नहीं है. दिस इज एक्स्ट्रा टेरिशियल, दिस इज कम फ्रॉम आवर क्रिएटर. ये आंसर्स वहां से आए हैं. और इन दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या है? इन दोनों आंसर्स में जो फिलोसोफर्स जिस कंक्लूजन पे पहुंचे और जो आंसर्स अपोस्टल्स एंड प्रोफेट्स ने दिए हैं, वो ये है कि जो भी आंसर्स फिलोसोफर्स ने दिए हैं, वो कभी भी यकीन के साथ नहीं बोलते कि हम ये जो बोल रहे हैं कि 100% सच है. बर्ट्रांड रसल की एग्जांपल ले लो, who was I mean he's a giant of a personality in logical positivism. उन्होंने कहा I cannot die for my beliefs because I can be wrong. So no philosopher जिस conclusion पे भी वो पहुंचा है to answer these questions, यकीन के साथ he does not speak from यकीन, and they admit it themselves. But जो नबी या prophets जो आंसर्स इन क्वेश्चंस को लेके आए हैं, जो आंसर्स उन्होंने बताए हैं, वो यकीन के साथ बताए हैं और उस पे चैलेंज भी किया है और ये भी बोला है कि हमने नहीं बताया. दिस इज नॉट आवर इल्म, दिस इज नॉट व्हाट वी आर सेइंग, दिस हैज बीन गिवन टू अस. सो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द डिफरेंस. जो प्रॉफिट्स हैं, दे क्लेम दैट दिस ilm, the answers that we're giving about these questions, they are not from us, they are from our creator. And वो ये चीज यकीन के साथ बोलते हैं और उस पर दावा भी करते हैं, एंड दे आर रेडी टू चैलेंज. इसी तरीके से जितने भी प्रॉफिट्स आज तक इस दुनिया में आए, दे हैव चैलेंज्ड, लेट्स गो अहेड एंड यू नो प्रूव अस रॉन्ग. तो इसी तरीके का चैलेंज, जो एक इटर्नल चैलेंज कुरान में भी है. प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम वाज द लास्ट एंड द फाइनल प्रॉफिट फ्रॉम गॉड. तो उनका भी इस पे एक जो भी मैसेज लेके आए, वो उस पे भी दे हैव चैलेंज्ड, prove me wrong. And what is the challenge that's mentioned in the Quran? That's, you can read about it. अब ये दो हमारे पास दो व्यूज हमारे सामने हैं, एक प्रॉफिट्स जो इल्म लेके आए और दूसरा जो फिलोसोफर्स के पास इल्म है. इसी तरीके से अब हम ये जो क्वेश्चंस हमारे पास है, इनका आंसर, अब इस 2 मिनट हम इसको साइड में रखते हैं कि फिलोसोफर्स और नबी किस कंक्लूजन पे पहुंचे. फर्स्ट वो यूज एज ए ह्यूमन बीइंग, मैं एक इंसान हूं और मैं चाहता हूं कायनात की इन कंक्लूजन्स, किसी कंक्लूजन पे पहुंचना, आंसर्स, इनका आंसर ढूंढना. मैं नॉलेज, इल्म हासिल कैसे करूं? सबसे पहला मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है. क्वेश्चंस तो है मेरे पास, नाउ आई हैव टू रीच फॉर द आंसर्स. द प्रॉब्लम हियर इज दैट एथियस्ट्स जो है, they use only a limited set of tools that are used in seeking the knowledge. For example, the first way to acquire knowledge about the external world, वो obviously हमारे senses है. हमारे senses से ही हमें दुनिया के बारे में पता चलती है. आग मेरे सामने है, मैंने आग को छुआ तो मुझे लगा ये तो मुझे जला देगी, तो मैंने हाथ पीछे किया तो मेरे पास इल्म आ गया कि आग जलाती है. नो डाउट हम बोलेंगे मैंने तो बुक में पढ़ा, बट जिस इंसान ने बुक में लिखा, बैक इन द हिस्ट्री, इट वाज द फर्स्ट टाइम व्हेन वी एक्सपीरियंस्ड फायर, वी डिड नॉट नो दैट. फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम वी डिड नॉट नो दैट आग जलाती है अनलेस एंड अनटिल वी एक्सपीरियंस्ड इट. तो पहली चीज है आवर सेंसेस. Our senses tell us about external world. हमें किसी चीज के बारे में external world के बारे में इल्म देती है, and that's how we acquire knowledge about it. That's how we acquire knowledge about the external world. और इसको बोलते हैं empiricism. और पूरा साइंस का जो फील्ड है ना इसी पे बेस्ड है. और empiricism ये तो एक टर्मिनोलॉजी वी यूज इट फॉर. एक इजी इस्तेलाह में आपको बताऊं, सेंसेस से हम नॉलेज गेन कर सकते हैं, नॉलेज अबाउट द एक्सटर्नल वर्ल्ड. पूरा साइंस का फील्ड इसी पे बेस्ड है. और सेंसेस से जो हम चीज अक्वायर करते हैं, जिस चीज की भी नॉलेज अक्वायर करते हैं, उसकी एक प्रॉपर्टी ये होना जरूरी है कि वो फिजिकल हो. अगर चीज फिजिकल ना हो तो मेरे सेंसेस तो उसको अक्वायर नहीं कर सकते. फॉर एग्जाम्पल समथिंग दैट्स इमटेरियल. जो चीज मटेरियल है, जैसे मेरे पास लैपटॉप है, इट्स फिजिकल, या मेरे पास फोन है, या इट्स फिजिकल. तो कोई भी चीज जो फिजिकल है, फायर फिजिकल है, माई सेंसेस अक्वायर इट. अब ये चीज, अगर कोई चीज फिजिकल ना हो तो उस पे इट डजंट कम, उस पे चुप. यू हैव टू स्टे साइलेंट. you just stay silent with that because you do not know whether that चीज, उस चीज के बारे में हम इल्म हासिल कैसे करें. साइंस का फील्ड पूरा अरीना इसी में है. एंड अथियज्म जो है, that bases its views how they acquire the knowledge about the external world is based upon only on this empiricism. That's it. What do we do? हम क्या करेंगे उन चीजों के साथ? उन चीजों की नॉलेज हम कैसे अक्वायर करेंगे जो इमटेरियल है, जो that are not physical? Let me give an example. Mathematics. Simple सी एग्जाम्पल, मैथमेटिक्स की एग्जाम्पल है numbers. We deal with numbers every time. We deal with infinity. जैसे numbers है 1 2 3 4 5 6. जो हम नंबर से लिखते हैं ना, these are just the representation of the actual numbers. These are not the actual numbers. रोमन में आप नंबर्स किसी और तरीके से लिखेंगे, उर्दू में डिफरेंट तरीके से लिखेंगे, संस्कृत में डिफरेंट तरीके से लिखेंगे. These are the representation of the numbers. These are not the actual numbers. You don't actually see the numbers. You don't actually taste the numbers. You don't actually feel the numbers. But numbers do exist. हम नंबर्स के साथ रोज डील करते हैं. We deal with numbers every day in everything. So what do we do with it? How do we know that whether they really do exist out there or not? The abstract things. Empiricism say, just senses say, we cannot go ahead and know about it. So there are the things that are physical and there are the things that are metaphysical. तो physical चीजों की knowledge हम लेंगे senses से. अब जो non physical है वो भी exist करती है. तो पहला main method of gaining knowledge is empiricism, using your senses. Second way of gaining knowledge would say deduction, or we can say mathematics. That's another way of acquiring knowledge. There's one more way. There are multiple ways of acquiring knowledge about the external world. और फिर हम इन्हीं principles के basis पे जो हमारे questions originally जो थे उनको हम will try to answer them. जैसे मेरी एक कॉन्शियसनेस है, हमारी हम की कॉन्शियसनेस है. कॉन्शियसनेस को मैं अगर सिंपल इस्तेलाह में यूज करूं, उर्दू में यूज करूं, वी यूज द वर्ड होश. हमारा होश है. होश, एक पत्थर, एक स्टोन और मेरे बीच एक डिफरेंस ये है कि मेरी कॉन्शियसनेस है, एक स्टोन की कॉन्शियसनेस नहीं है. मेरी कॉन्शियसनेस है, मेरा होश है, स्टोन का होश नहीं है. दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई आई एम एबल टू ड्रीम. स्टोन डज नॉट ड्रीम. But science is not able to prove consciousness. You cannot prove through empiricism. You cannot prove consciousness because consciousness जो है, होश जो है, वो कोई physical entity नहीं है, but consciousness भी exist करती है. तो यानी कि अगर हम अपना arena of gaining the knowledge about the external world सिर्फ senses तक महदूद करें, तो there could be many things इस दुनिया के बारे में जो हम मिस करेंगे. Aristotle, who is also known as the first teacher, एरिस्टोटल ने जब हमेशा रोज देखता था, वो सुबह सनराइज होता है, वो देखता था सन मूव हो रहा है, सनराइज हो गया और नून के टाइम पे ऊपर पहुंच गया, एंड देन इट सेट्स. तो वो उसकी आई ऑब्जर्व करती थी. तो उसने कहा सन मूव्स अराउंड द अर्थ. तो आई वाज ऑब्जर्विंग इट. तो यानी बट लेटर ऑन वी केम टू नो दैट ही वाज रॉन्ग. सन डज नॉट मूव अराउंड द अर्थ. अर्थ मूव्स अराउंड द सन. तो एक और चीज ये भी है कि जो सेंसेस से जो हम डेटा कलेक्ट करते हैं एक्सटर्नल वर्ल्ड का, जरूरी नहीं है कि वो सच हो. एक और मैं सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूं आपको कि आप एक ग्लास ऑफ वाटर ले लो, पानी का एक ग्लास, एक शीशे का ग्लास ले लो और उसके ऊपर स्पून, उसके अंदर स्पून डाल दो एक। व्हेन यू पुट अ स्पून, आपकी आई बताएगी, आपकी आई से दिखेगा आपको कि ये स्पून बेंड हो रहा है, बिकॉज लाइट बेंड्स। लेकिन जब आप अपनी आंख से देखोगे आपको लगेगा स्पून तो बेंड हो रहा है, लेकिन हकीकत में स्पून बेंड नहीं हो रहा। मैं ये बोलना चाहता हूं कि जो हम अपने सेंसेस से डेटा कलेक्ट करते हैं, इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी कि ये हमें सच बताए। जो हम मेटाफिजिकल वर्ल्ड, मेटाफिजिक्स या इममटीरियल चीजों का इल्म हासिल करेंगे, जैसे मैथमेटिक्स वगैरह है। मैथमेटिक्स की एग्जांपल मैं इसलिए दे रहा हूं बिकॉज इट्स इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड, और साइंस बिकॉज बचपन से हम यही दो चीजें पढ़ते आ रहे हैं। सो आई वांट टू गिव सिंपल एग्जांपल्स। मैथमेटिक्स के बारे में जो इल्म है, जो पहले भी था, आज से एरिस्टोटल के टाइम पे भी 2+2 4 था, आज भी है। मेटाफिजिकल इल्म चेंज नहीं होता, लेकिन जो फिजिकल अरीना में जो भी डेटा हमारी एक्सटर्नल सेंसेस, हमारी सेंसेस जो एक्सटर्नल वर्ल्ड का डेटा कलेक्ट करती है, वो चेंज होता रहता है। मैं फिर से बता रहा हूं, जो भी हमारे सेंसेस डेटा कलेक्ट करते हैं एक्सटर्नल वर्ल्ड का, इट कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग, एंड इट एक्चुअली कम्स अंडर द फिलोसफी ऑफ साइंस, वो मैं आपको भी बताऊंगा। लेकिन जो मेटाफिजिकल वर्ल्ड है, मैथमेटिक्स फॉर एग्जांपल है, उसके बारे में जब जो भी हमारी इंफॉर्मेशन हमने जो भी कलेक्ट की, दैट्स इटर्नल, इट डज नॉट चेंज, इट नेवर चेंजेस। एरिया ऑफ ट्राइंगल पाइथागोरस के टाइम पे भी वही था, आज भी वही है। एरिया ऑफ ट्राइंगल की फॉर्मूला कभी चेंज नहीं हुई। लेकिन मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल दूंगा, ग्रेविटी। देयर वाज दिस न्यूटन। न्यूटन ने कहा कि ग्रेविटी इज व्हाट, इट्स अ पुलिंग फोर्स, राइट? ग्रेविटी इज अ पुलिंग फोर्स। न्यूटन वाज वन डे, जनरली हम बोलते हैं कि एन एप्पल फेल एंड ऑल। सो हकीकत क्या थी, दैट्स समथिंग एल्स, बट द मेन क्वेश्चन दैट ही हैड इज, अगर सारी चीजें ड्रॉप हो रही है, मून ड्रॉप क्यों नहीं हो रही? ही इज लुकिंग एट द मून, व्हाई इज इट हैंगिंग आउट देयर? मून ड्रॉप क्यों नहीं हो रही? तो ये क्वेश्चन था, एंड ही सेड दैट इन अर्थ देयर इज अ फोर्स, एंड इट इज known as gravity, and it is a pulling force. Ab, let's say for example, there is another guy who comes. I know you can easily prove many things related to the science, because why we're talking about science and empiricism, because atheism का जो पूरा fundamental है ना, वो पूरा का पूरा empiricism और science पे based है। And science is beautiful, science is lovely, और जो चीजें हम discuss कर रहे हैं about science, this is the beauty of science actually, that it's not restricted to one set of conclusions. The moment इसके पास एक extra data आ गया, it changes it. Now the thing is with science, you have that scientific language, तो आपको it is appealing. It's a scientific language. अगर आप यही language एक mythical language में translate करो, आपको एक यही चीज mythical लगेगी, आप बोलोगे this is nonsense. This is a religious language you're talking. I'll tell you what I mean. For example, Newton said that there is gravity. What is gravity? Gravity is, there are certain forces in Earth that pull an object, and gravity is a pulling force. अब यहाँ पे मैं आ गया, give an example. मैं आप लोगों को बता रहा हूँ, ये जो न्यूटन है ना, ये झूठ बोल रहा है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। एक्चुअली क्या है, कुछ फरिश्ते हैं, मैं बिलीव नहीं करता हूँ, बट आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एन एग्जांपल। या कुछ, let me say, there are certain unseen there are certain unseen objects, let's call them Lilliputians, okay? So they are in earth, और वो पुल कर रहे हैं, उनके पास एक इनविजिबल कुछ वायर्स वगैरह है। द मोमेंट यू ट्राई टू जंप आउट, दे पुल यू बैक, दे पुल यू बैक। तो जितना जितना ज्यादा मास अर्थ का होगा, जितना ज्यादा मास अर्थ का है या मून का जितना मास है, इन प्रोपोर्शन these Lilliputians are present. It's completely inconsistency with what Newton is saying. Exactly. But it's just that मैं एक mythical language use कर रहा हूँ. What I'm trying to tell you is that अगर हम चीजों को deeply study करें, there is a mythical language that's associated with even science. And that's the reason why science is a faith. Science is also a faith. और जब न्यूटन ने ये चीज बताई थी, gravity is a pulling force, for 300 years, approximately 300 साल, everybody believed it, और पूरी की पूरी साइंस इसी पे बेस थी। जो भी आप कोई भी रिसर्च करते थे, you will keep that gravity is a pulling force in mind and then proceed. After 300 years, there is another guy who comes and he says that gravity is actually not a pulling force. Gravity is a pushing force, and his name is Einstein. And this is known as paradigm shift in science. So it's not, ये सिर्फ ग्रेविटी तक ही महदूद नहीं है. जो भी एम्पेरिसिज्म और जो भी साइंस का अरीना है, उसमें एक पैराडाइम शिफ्ट होता है. अगर आपको इंटरेस्ट है इसमें पढ़ने के लिए, there is a book written by a great scientist, Thomas Kuhn, about the paradigm shifts in science. And how is it a pushing force? He says that, let's say for example, जो space है, it's a thing, it's an actually thing out there. It's a thing. जैसे मेरे पास है पेपर, there's a paper, it's a space, giving an example. और इसके बीच में मैंने पेपर के ऊपर एक बॉल रखी, it creates an indent, एक डिप्रेशन क्रिएट करेगा ना वहां पे. तो व्हेन इट क्रिएट्स अ डिप्रेशन, तो उसके इर्द गिर्द जो कर्व बनती है, that's where the moon is trying to fall and earth is pushing it away. It's pushing it away, and इसका जो result आता है, it rotates around the earth. So he said that earth is a pushing force, it's not a pulling force. Everything changed. Same thing goes on with the origin of universe. Earlier people believed that there was steady state, that universe always existed, and later on we came to the conclusion it's not, uh, it always existed. There's big bang. That's, again, it had an origin. So a complete paradigm shift. Science goes through paradigm shifts. Aajkal, for example, if you ask any atheist that what is the origin of life, say we were here because of evolution. It was because we evolved and we're here. And so you ask that, what is the percentage of belief that you believe that evolution is the origin of life? I mean, not the origin of life, that we are reached here, we are here because of evolution. I would say many would say 90%, 80%, 95%, even 99%. And that's logical inconsistency, because science that itself changes, that goes through a paradigm shift, right? Maybe in future generations, after 100 years, if we come with some new data and they say that, oh, we were absolutely wrong about evolution, there was something else, they would really consider us as fools. Just like the people who came after Einstein thought of, those who believe that gravity is a pulling force or theory of steady state. There are so many examples. मैं आपको generally दो ही example कह रहा हूँ. So many examples. As I said, that you can read about Thomas Kuhn, about the paradigm shifts. And then there is again the problem of induction with science, which I don't want to go in details right now. So mainly we classify acquiring knowledge by three main things: senses से, deduction से, और तीसरी चीज जो मैंने कहा आपको, कॉन्शियसनेस, जो हमारा होश है, जो होश जिसको हम बोलते हैं, वो हमें कैसे पता चलेगा? दैट्स इंट्यूशन. हर कोई चीज हम सेंसेस से ही अक्वायर नहीं करते नॉलेज. देयर आर अदर वेज, दैट्स इंट्यूशन. लेकिन अगर आप सिर्फ अपना अरीना ऑफ नॉलेज महदूद रखोगे सेंसेस तक ही, तो ऑब्वियसली आप सही कंक्लूजन तक नहीं पहुंच सकते. एंड दैट्स द प्रॉब्लम दैट्स बीन डन बाय people who are atheists, who consider themselves to be atheists. It's not that they are जैसे जैसे बहुत सारे theeists बोलते हैं, these are they talk about, they say that these people don't use their brain, they're not. No, they're using their brain, they're using everything, they're using intelligence, everything. They are they are very, I would say, in this case, they are they want to reach answers, they want to know answers. But the problem is the method of knowing the answers is they restrict it just to empiricism. That's it. And that's why they reach to a wrong conclusion. That's the thing. So agar hum ye cheez kabhi bhi you talk to any atheist, your friends or others. दूसरी प्रॉब्लम जो है एथियज्म के साथ, आजकल का एथियज्म, that's not because somebody wants to know the answer, that's because of popular culture. And it's actually got आजकल का atheism बता रहा हूँ. There's a difference between classical atheism and the atheism that's today. The atheism that we are facing today, that people follow today, that's mostly because of the popular culture or psychology. It's got nothing to do with science or philosophy. The modern day atheism, I'm repeating, it's got nothing to do with science or philosophy. The example जो मैंने दी, that's about the classical atheism, where you have these giants like Nietzsche, you have those the giant people. So they have they have reached those conclusions using their reasons, they have used their intelligence. But modern day atheism today, what I have felt from my experiences with atheists, that's more of to be done with popular culture, and that's more to be done because of psychology, less to be done because of science or philosophy. I don't think it's got nothing to do with it. It's very less to do with rationality. It's just because everybody is, it's is a trend of the day. And so I just keep on rejecting. If we keep on rejecting, agar hum sirf बोलना reject, and then just this तरीके से Rene Descartes, you must have known about this guy. So he started doubting everything. He started doubting everything about his senses when he tried to acquire knowledge about the external world. He started doubting everything. There's this book written by him, Meditations. He started doubting everything. I do not know whether really, this thing exists that I see from my senses, whether my senses are telling me the truth. And there was one by the time he reaches chapter number 6, he says that there is one thing that he could not doubt, and that's his thoughts. And that's the reason why he said, I think, therefore I exist. बहुत सारे लोगों ने उसका मजाक भी उड़ाया, अच्छा इसको पता ही नहीं मैं एग्जिस्ट करता हूँ. बट द थिंग इज ही वाज यूजिंग ही वो कुछ सोच रहा था वो बंदा कोजिटो. He came to the conclusion that I think that that's the reason why I exist. तो इसी तरीके से तो this is, इसको हम broadly explain भी कर सकते हैं further, but I'm just giving an overview about atheism, that the why certain people reach this conclusion is because the method of their reasoning and the method of acquiring knowledge, they're limited just to one particular, about the physical things, and what about the immaterial things. And see, that's the reason why आज तक science ने has never rejected God, because जो इमटेरियल चीज है, नॉन फिजिकल एंटिटी है, वो उसका अरीना है ही नहीं, वो उसकी बहस है ही नहीं उसके साथ. साइंस की पूरी बहस, साइंस इज बेस्ड ऑन एम्पिरिसिज्म, उसकी पूरी बहस एम्पिरिसिज्म के साथ, फिजिकल थिंग चीजों के साथ. जो नॉन फिजिकल चीजें हैं उसके साथ साइंस की बहस है ही नहीं. एंड दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई दे वुड आज तक they would never prove it, they would never disprove it. Science will never disprove it, and they will also not be able to prove, because इसका अरीना है ही नहीं. और जो फिजिक इसी तरीके से, it's not about science. Why is science silent about God, or why does science not say it? There are certain things that science will not be able to say. For example, science has not been able to solve the poverty. जो दुनिया में गुर्बत है, how does science address it? How does? Because science only deals with physical things. Science deals with physical laws. That's why science studies physical laws, the constants in this universe. मैं आग के सामने अपना हाथ ले जाऊंगा, हाथ मुझे जलाएगा. साइंस मुझे बोलते हाथ मत ले जाओ, हाथ जल जाएगा तुम्हारा. लेकिन झूठ बोलने से मेरे मुंह में छाले नहीं पड़ते, because that's moral. That's a moral law, right? So science will not say anything about the morality. Science will say about anything. So that's the reason why certain people reach certain conclusions, and they reach those conclusions about this universe, that there is no God, because God is a material thing, and we do not know whether it's there or it's not there. So that's again logical inconsistency, because जिस तरीके से आप knowledge acquire करते हो, आपका method of reasoning, method of intelligence महदूद है. You just have to expand it a little more, and you'll reach to the right answers and right conclusions. इसी तरीके से जैसे हम we believe today we believe in human rights, we believe in equality, we believe that everybody is equal. But why is everybody equal, and how is everybody equal, and who said it for the first time that everybody is equal? हम equal कैसे हैं सब, अगर हमारी genetics different है, हमारी things, everything in us is different. So how or what makes us equal? Equal in what sense are we? हमारे पास, we say that we have certain rights. For example, we have the right to freedom of speech. We have certain rights, what we call as human rights. But question is that वो rights हमारे पास आते कहाँ से? Who gives us those rights? वो rights हमारे पास आए कहाँ से? अगर मैं ये बोलूं, यहाँ पे परिंदा उड़ रहा है, the bird is flying because it has a right to flight. No, that's wrong. Bird does not fly because it has a right to flight. Bird flies because it has wings. तो उसके पास कोई चीज है ना जिसकी वजह से वो उड़ रहा है. हाँ, then right तो उसके बाद आएगा. तो मेरे पास ऐसी कौन सी चीज है that gives me a right about certain things? What are the things that make me equal? What are those things? अगर हम purely मटेरियलिस्टिक कॉन्टेक्स्ट में हम इस चीज को समझें, genetics are different, everything is different. If we think that we're evolved, then what makes us equal? That's a question I'm not going to answer. You will have to think about yourself. What makes us equal, and to what extent are we equal? uh, See, when we say that everybody is equal, or it's pura equal, and that's the reason even man and women is totally equal. And then we say, if a man can marry a woman, then because man and women is completely equal, it's same. If man and women, if man can marry a woman and woman can marry a man, vice versa, then a man can also marry a man, and then a woman can also marry a woman. The problem जो मैं ये आपको पूरा इसका सेशन का जो मेरा एक ही मकसद है कि हम certain conclusions पे, whether you reach the conclusion of atheism or whether we reach the conclusion of homosexuality, और किसी भी conclusion पे हम तब पहुंचते हैं जब हमें सबसे पहले अपनी फाउंडेशंस देखनी है कि हाउ वी रीच दोस कंक्लूजंस. अगर हमारी फाउंडेशंस ही, हमारी रीजनिंग ही महदूद है या गलत है, तो ऑब्वियसली वो हमें गलत कंक्लूजन तक ही पहुंचाएगी. महदूद है, वो भी गलत कंक्लूजन तक पहुंचाएगी. सबसे पहले हमें अपनी फाउंडेशंस देखनी है, हमारी रीजनिंग देखनी है. और ये भी, इफ आई गो अहेड एंड स्टार्ट रिजेक्टिंग एवरीथिंग, सी वी कैन रिजेक्ट एवरीथिंग. देयर वाज इमैनुअल कांट, one of the greatest philosophers of enlightenment, Immanuel Kant. He wrote a book, Critique of Reason. He criticized reason. You know, right now we're discussing things, reason, logic. He criticized it. Uski book hai Critique of Pure Reason, Critique of Practical Reason. So he criticized it. So if, what my point is that if we have to criticize something and if we have to reject something, we can reject everything. But there is a difference between knowledge and doubting something. So that's where the wisdom comes into picture. That wisdom यहाँ पे it plays its role here. The wisdom that I mentioned in the beginning, and how wisdom is different from philosophy. Let's talk about something about homosexuality. The word homosexuality is not in the Quran. Why? Why is not in the Quran? Because I guess what I feel is that at that time everybody was equal, right? Everybody was equal. And see, when we talk about homosexuality, uh, it's not that we have to treat homosexuals with kindness. It's obvious. That thing is obvious. That's there. Even in Islam, we've been asked to treat everybody with kindness, including animals, including you should treat everybody with kindness. But the thing with so that's not what I'll be talking about. It's not about when I go ahead and say that why homosexuality is wrong. Don't think that we are being homophobic here. We have to treat everybody with kindness. The thing with homosexual, see, the thing again here is, what are your principles? आप ना किन principles के ऊपर अपनी foundations बना रहे हो? अगर आपने वही foundation बनाई, everybody is equal, everybody is identical, man is equal to woman and it's identical and everything is all right, man can marry a woman, and because man and women are equal, so man can marry a man. Another जो इसमें a person थे, जो normally people ask that why is loving somebody wrong? Now see the language again. Nobody is saying that loving somebody is wrong. Nobody is going ahead and going to tell you something how you feel. Nobody is thinking. The thing with we have to be very clear what the principles here are, on what principles we're making this foundation. अगर आप ये चीज बोलते हो कि I have to do something that I feel, then you open a Pandora box. I have to do something that I feel. You're opening a Pandora box. I'll come to it what I mean. लेकिन इससे पहले मेरा क्वेश्चन हमेशा रहा है about this. वो ये है कि if a man and another man, or a woman and another woman, if they want to live together, who is stopping them? मुझे नहीं लगता in any democratic society, in any democratic country, United States हो, European countries हो, even India भी हो, कि there is anybody who's stopping to individuals from living together. And what they do in their rooms, government, though, there's not peeking in there. So they can live. So why are they going out and asking, what rights are you asking for about? If you have to do any act, obviously government is not looking into you. It's not stopping you from living together. It's not doing anything. Nowhere. In a democratic society, non-democratic society ki main baat nahi kar raha hu. In democracies, because even in democracies they're asking for the rights. What rights? That our marriages should be legalized. Now marriages should be legalized. The thing here is, obviously, uh, how this concept and institution of marriage came when you started to register your marriages was because marriages, see, I have my friend, I don't have to register it to government. मैं सरकार के पास नहीं जाता हूँ कि मेरा दोस्त है. We don't do it. तो मैरिज हमें रजिस्टर क्यों करनी पड़ती है, क्यों गवर्नमेंट को बोलना पड़ता है we are marriage, is because of security reasons. What kind of security? Because from a marriage a child is born, right? A child, ये state को पता होनी चाहिए ना ये where this child come from. So that's the reason why the marriage should be registered. Now obviously from a homosexuality marriage, I don't think there is obviously there is no child going to come. So what is the first thing, what is the purpose of getting it registered? A second thing here is now we say that okay, the problem is with inheritance. I want, because in an institution of marriage you inherit the property of your spouse, but if it's not registered that my partner in homosexuality is my spouse, and if this marriage is not registered, obviously there will be problems with inheritance. लेकिन law में तो वो भी provision है. There's a provision in law even there that you can एक वसीयत बना सकते हो, will बना सकते हो, you can do it. So the problem is not the feelings. The problem is not, nobody is stopping you from loving somebody. Nobody is stopping your feelings. Nobody is talking about anything. The problem is the act. That's it. We had to be very clear. The problem is with the act. Only with the act. It's with the act. And if we say there are some people who say that, okay, this was found in animals. So that's the reason, because we evolved from animals. I mean, the same set of people will say that go vegan, be vegetarian. Animals are also carnivorous. There are omnivorous animals. There are carnivorous animals. So that's logical inconsistent. If we have to be consistent with based on some principles, we have to be consistent. And another thing is that we cannot go ahead and define an individual based on their sexuality. Homosexual, hetero, we already have so many communities. Now this is the new community that's come in there. तो इसका solution क्या है? I don't want to spend much time on it. इसका solution simple क्या है? इसका solution ये है. Solution simple एक ही है. जिस तरीके से कोई बंदा है, as I said, that if somebody wants to do what he feels, I say that I feel in a certain way. There is somebody who will say that I feel somebody feels polygamous in nature. What are we going to do with him? Polygamy तो हमने ban कर दिया है. उसके ऊपर तो हम we will talk about a lot. No, polygamy is not, but he says that I was born like polygamous in nature, just like a homosexual says I was born homosexual. So that's what I was saying, that we open a Pandora box. अब solution क्या है इसका? कोई इंसान बोलता है कि I have suicidal tendencies, right? He says that I have suicidal tendencies. I want to kill myself. Obviously, this person is not harming anybody else. He's not harming, he's harming himself. But can we agree? Can we allow this person to commit suicide? It comes under the harm principle. Can we allow this person to commit suicide? No, as a society, we don't. As a society, we don't. So what do we do? What do we do? We do counseling. एक बंदा है, he is a chain smoker. Tendency है उसके अंदर, urge है उसके अंदर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा smoke, to have lots and lots of smoke. So what do we do with this person? He wants, and we say that smoking is not good for health. So we do counseling. Same thing here is with homosexuality as well. That's what I would say. That the solution is counseling. There should be counseling, because the problem is not with the feelings, the problem is with the act itself. And if somebody has those things, we should be counseling the person. Or bottom line is this, that what are the principles जिस पे आप इस conclusion पे पहुंचते, what are your foundations? If you're a Muslim and if you believe in Quran and if you believe in the message of God Almighty, it's very simple, it's clear cut. It's the act is not allowed. And it depends on you, आपको किस चीज के साथ affiliation है. If you want to go ahead and be homosexual and practice homosexuality, there is nobody is stopping you from doing it. If you want to do it, but do not do it under the garb of Islam, I would say. You can just easily go out of it and then you can do what you have to do. But then even when we use our logic, when we use our reasoning, I would say that all those things that a person wants to do as a homosexual, he can still do it. Nobody is stopping. Whether you want to do an act, nobody is stopping you. Nobody is stopping two men from living together. Biological men, I'm talking about, biological, who identify biological men or biologically women. Nobody is stopping. If a problem inheritance, you can also do the will. So everything, because obviously from this marriage, there is no offspring coming out, right? So there is no point in getting it registered in that sense. बाकी जो सारी चीजें हैं वो सारी law में मौजूद है. And yes, there should not be any discrimination done with any homosexual. We should not be taunting, or we have to be reasonable, and we have to be kind with everybody, including homosexuals. And I would say I'll stop here, right? Because if I start talking about one, ये फिर लंबा खिंच जाता है. But I'll take more questions, and I guess उसी में ज़्यादा it'll be better to answer your questions, because I want to know what you guys are feeling. I know you have plenty of questions and you're going to grill me today. I know that. So, but I'm ready. So I'll conclude this one more time. We'll just sum it up that for an atheist, we start with atheism. We also talk about homosexuality. और दूसरी चीज जो हम laws बनाते हैं ना, one more thing I'll talk about here. जो भी हम कानून बनाते हैं, कानून इक्वालिटी को लेके या रेसिज्म को खत्म करने के लिए जितने भी हम कानून बनाते हैं, वो कानून they are only based on the physical aspect of things. A law cannot go ahead and act on the hearts of people. अब हम अगर वेस्टर्न सोसाइटी देखते हैं, वेस्टर्न सोसाइटी में you will find people they are reasonable, they are rational, they will use their intelligence. People are humble. They will, when you meet them, they will greet you well. And even there was racism in the past, the difference between whites and blacks or alag-alag communities ke beech mein problems thi. But there are certain laws that they passed so that ek equal society hamare paas bane. But as I said, that laws cannot be implemented on the hearts. Agar blacks and whites ke beech mein koi problem thi from the past, pehle se leke problem chali aa rahi, it's a history of the problems. आपने कानून बनाया, yes, according to law you cannot be a racist. According to the law you cannot see somebody else as inferior. There will be equal opportunities and jobs. So all those things can come under the law, right? But as I said, that laws you cannot apply the law on the hearts of the people. And I'll give you an example of America as a case study. जो भी अमेरिका का डाउनटाउन है, जिस भी बड़े बड़े states का downtown, let's say for example Maryland, downtown is in Baltimore, or in California you have Los Angeles, or in Illinois you have Chicago, or in Texas you have Houston or San Antonio, और ये भी जो main downtowns है बड़े बड़े शहरों के, वहाँ पे it was obviously the whites were living there after the independence of America in 1776. But you know what happens when there is one black that goes into society, starts living there in one society, the moment a black goes and lives in that society with the whites, with a white majority, real estate values of those towns straight away fall down. And slowly and steadily, when the blacks start living there, they just go out. Whites go out. And this is the reason why aaj ki date mein you will find that majority of the downtown areas, Los Angeles or Baltimore or Chicago, New York, You'll find blacks living there and whites are gone out. Still, you know, you have made laws, but this thing is still inherent within you. That thing, वो aspect अभी भी है इंसान के heart, because it's human nature. Consistency जो आप पहले से चली आ रही है, it's there, it's still there. और इस चीज को सिर्फ एक ही चीज खत्म कर सकती है, then when we consider everybody as equal. अब equality कहाँ से आएगी? Evolution से तो equality नहीं आएगी. Selfish gene, this is selfish. The only purpose that we have is survival. If it's survival, so I have to be selfish to survive. That's what the disaster Darwinism has brought, that we have to be selfish because I have to survive. And if we consider that I have to serve just the survival, मेरा एक ही मकसद है, वो है survival, वो है survival, वो है survival, तो जो भी जिसको हम कमजोर or poor in terms of whether it's physical or in whatever terms, जो भी कमजोर तबका है, मुझे उसको दबाना है, and I have to move forward. And that's what the evolution teaches us. That's what evolution taught me. And that's what the disaster that Darwinism, there's a difference between evolution and Darwinism. That's what the disaster Darwinism has brought into our lives, that we have to be, it's the only purpose is survival. That's it. We have to survive. और कोई है ही नहीं मकसद. और इसमें से आप, you just go and move forward. So equality और ये सारी चीजें ना, it goes for a toss. हकीकत में there is no equality in this. If you dig deeper in this, there is no equality. Equality only comes when your God says that you're equal. That's it. अब कितना भी इस पे दिमाग लगाओ, there is no way you can find that we are all equal. There's only one way we are all equal. Black and white is equal. There is only way worker and his owner is equal. That's only because God says you're equal. There is no other way you can say that we're all equal. Man and woman is equal because God says we're all equal. There is no way. I'm ready to answer your questions on it. There's no way you can say everybody is equal. It's only because our Creator, through those prophets, through those apostles, He told us that we are all equal. We are all equal. There is no way. Do how much mental gymnastics you have to do. We're all born with different genetics. We're all born differently. And in that way, so we're not, yes, we'll say we have rights, and we can, I'll talk about this in question answers. But there is no way. So only way we are all equal is God tells us. और हमारे जो foundation होगी किसी भी conclusion तक पहुंचने की, it's only because of that. It's only because of our epistemology that I keep on saying. Right? So if we have to go ahead and conclude, I would say that the only reason why we reach to those flawed conclusions, because I'm convinced that whether it's atheism and whether it's homosexuality, both are logically inconsistent. Or if we have to use our reasoning, we have to use the reason properly, and we have to use all sorts of methods through which we can acquire knowledge. Only then we can reach to the right conclusion. I really appreciate you spending time, an hour here with me. Thank you so much, everybody. We can take the questions. Yeah.
Yes, now we can take the questions one by one. Okay, जिसको अपना सवाल पूछना है आप पूछ सकते हैं.
I think I have received some questions here.
Okay.
Wait. How do I stop it?
निगार, आपको सवाल पूछना है?
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम. जी मेरा सवाल ये था कि हमारी एक नोन है और उनकी फ्रेंड है, तो वो इंडल्ज है इस चीज में, और वो कहती हैं कि ये मेरे साथ बाय बर्थ है और मुझे शुरू से ऐसा ही फील होता है और मैंने बहुत कोशिश करी लेकिन मैं चेंज नहीं हो सकती. तो मुझे पूछना ये था कि हाँ, अल्लाह ताला ने इसके लिए क्या हुक्म दिया है कि मतलब हम इसको किस तरह, इसका सोल्यूशन क्या है? हम कुरान, अकॉर्डिंग टू कुरान इसका क्या सोल्यूशन है?
I'm so sorry, I missed your question. Can you please repeat? I missed it. I'm so sorry.
ओके. हमारी एक जानने वाली हैं जिनके साथ ये मसला है. तो उनका कहना यह है कि बाकी वो सारी चीजों में अच्छी हैं, लेकिन उनका कहना यह है कि मैं इसी तरह से पैदा हुई हूँ और ये मैंने काफी कोशिश करी लेकिन ये मेरा मसला है कि मैं चेंज नहीं हो सकती और ये मेरा फॉल्ट नहीं है. उनका मेन कहना है कि मेरा फॉल्ट नहीं है. तो मुझे पूछना ये था कि इसका कुरान की रोशनी में इसका सोल्यूशन क्या है?
मैंने आपको आंसर दे दिया ऑलरेडी. इसका सोल्यूशन है काउंसलिंग. हम ये नहीं बोल सकते I was born with it. Yes, if you think that, what do you feel? मेरी बहुत सारे लोगों से ऐसे बात खुद हुई है, मैंने खुद बहुत सारे होमोसेक्सुअल से बात हुई है, because I wanted to know myself. अगर मैं आपसे भी ये यहाँ पे सेशन ले रहा हूँ या मैं हवा में नहीं ले रहा हूँ, I have talked to so many homosexuals in my life just to want to know what they feel. और इसमें ना हकीकत में मैं आपको एक ही चीज बताऊंगा, ये सिर्फ मेजॉरिटी, I'm not saying all, but majority 90% is because of popular culture. ये जो हमारे ऊपर ये एक पॉपुलर कल्चर की वजह से आज हुआ है ना, nothing, it's because of that I feel it certain way. If let's say for example मैं आप ही से आप you know it answer yourself very well. अगर कोई बंदा, it's if it is another friend of yours who says that I have suicidal tendencies, मैं I was born लेकिन मुझे लग रहा है कि I should kill myself, मुझे लग रहा है मैं अपने आप को मुझे अपना हाथ काटना चाहिए, तो आप उसको क्या सजेस्ट करोगे? It's very simple, you will do counseling. यू डू काउंसलिंग. देखिए, सबसे पहले हमें अपनी फाउंडेशंस बेस करनी पड़ेगी किसके ऊपर, कि हमारे प्रिंसिपल्स क्या है, फाउंडेशंस क्या है. द थिंग व्हेन दोस थिंग्स आर क्लियर इन आवर माइंड्स, व्हाट इज द प्रिंसिपल फाउंडेशन, वो ये है. देखिए, फीलिंग्स के ऊपर, इफ अ पर्सन इज फीलिंग अ सर्टेन वे, यू कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग विद द फीलिंग. और उसके ऊपर, जैसे मैंने कहा, दिल के ऊपर कोई कानून एप्लीकेबल नहीं है, इसी तरीके से फीलिंग्स के ऊपर भी कोई कानून एप्लीकेबल नहीं है जब तक हम कोई एक्ट ना करें. व्हेन वी गो अहेड, अगर कोई बंदा इज इन्वॉल्वड इन एन एक्ट, वी शुड गो अहेड एंड स्टॉप दैट पर्सन. इट्स वेरी क्लियर कट. इसमें कोई ये नहीं है कि भाई मैं आई वाज बोर्न लाइक दिस, आई वाज लाइक दिस. इट्स वेरी क्लियर कट, बिकॉज हमारी जो प्रिंसिपल फाउंडेशन है वो इट्स वेरी क्लियर, मेंशन है कुरान में अबाउट that this is an act that's not acceptable at all. Act I'm talking about. The feelings we can feel in certain way. We can have a feeling certain way. So we should be doing counseling. You should just talk to your friend and do counseling with your friend.
Okay. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
My question here is, usually these people, at least a person I know, he says that just as people are born with some disability, so in the same way, that we are also, they believe that, just like that God has made a mistake. So how would you convey the message to this kind of a person?
देखिए, अगर हम हर किसी केस को इंडिविजुअली स्टडी करें ना, if we study cases individually, so we need another conference for it. But the thing is, मैंने आपको एक ओवरव्यू दे दिया है that what are our principles, जिन principles के ऊपर हमें खुद, मैं हमारी बात कर रहा हूँ, हमें खुद कैसे सबसे पहले सोचना है. How do we think about a certain thing? The certain thing is here, if you think that God has made a mistake, I mean इसका मैं आंसर क्या दूं?
So that leads them away from Islam.
Obviously, but it's not that you should be letting anybody go away from Islam. You should be talking to your friends, and first you should be knowing what is the right thing. First you should, if you are convinced, only then you can talk to somebody else. If you yourself are not convinced, you know what I mean. आपको सबसे पहले खुद स्टडी करना है और खुद आपको ये चीज ना समझनी. What are our principles? I keep on repeating this term again and again ताकि अच्छे से clear हो कि feelings, what we feel, we cannot do anything with the feelings. Yes, we can talk about the person, about those things, but the problem is with the act itself. और दूसरी चीज ये भी है, let's say for example, दूसरी चीज ये भी है, if somebody wants to do something, if he wants to do any act, I mean, how is the government is not looking into your rooms? It's not doing it. So who is stopping you? But you obviously you have to उसी time आपको ये भी देखना है कि you are not in the framework of Islam at that time. You have to keep that in mind, right? If you have to do, and if that urge is more than something else, you're most welcome. अब मेरी बात समझ रहे हो मैं क्या कहना चाहता हूँ? You can do, if that urge is more, if that's magnetic than something else. And आपको पता है, मैं आपको एक चीज बताऊं, अगर किसी के अंदर कोई urge होती है ना किसी चीज की, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल देयर इज अ पर्सन, उसके अंदर गुनाह करने की बहुत बड़ी urge है, and I want to do, मैं कोई चीज ऐसी करना चाहता हूँ which is a sin, let's say for example, and ये जो sin है ना, अगर मैं इस चीज से बचूं ना, if I go ahead and save myself from this sin, do you know how many incentives we're getting from our creator? अगर इंसान सिर्फ ये सोचे, मैं आपको एक चीज बताऊंगा, एक हदीस पाक का मफहूम है, अगर एक इंसान, एक शख्स वो ये सोचता है कि इंटेंशन करता है कि मैं कोई अच्छा अमल करूं, आई डू अ गुड डीड, the moment he makes an intention, he is rewarded for that. The moment, अभी उसने काम नहीं किया, when he makes a intention about good things, that I'm going to do something good, he makes an intention. The moment he makes an intention, he is rewarded at that time. Now, when he actually does a good deed, he's again rewarded. So double आ गया ना? When he makes an intention, in the contrast, when he makes an intention, I'm doing something that's sinful. When I'm doing something, it's not written in his account. मेरी बात समझ रहे हो? The moment he makes an intention for a bad deed, the moment we make an intention for a good deed, it's been credited in your account. मैं ऐसे समझाऊंगा. The moment we make an intention for a bad deed, it's not credited in your account till the time you don't actually do it.
Right.
ठीक है, अब इतना ही नहीं है. The moment you do it, वहां पर आपके में एक ही काउंट होगा. But अगर आपने इंटेंशन किया कि I'm going to do something sinful, इंटेंशन किया और उसके बाद नहीं किया, you should actually not be rewarded, but you're actually rewarded even for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you make an intention that you're going to do something good, you're rewarded instantly for just for the intention for a good deed. And then when you actually do it, you're again rewarded. So you're getting two rewards. But with a bad deed, the moment you make an intention that I'm going to something that's sinful, and you उसके लिए आप में कुछ credit नहीं होता है, कुछ गुनाह नहीं होता है, just for intention.
Okay.
But when you actually do it, then that's been put into your bad deeds. But when you make an intention and then you actually do not do it, it's rewarded for you. So I would say that these people are actually lucky who have these feelings, because unke paas opportunities to get rewards are more than us.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
unki
my
intentions
question
is,
was, in case we need, I mean, if you're into counseling, I'm sorry, I haven't Googled about you, so I really don't know. I was just, somebody just forwarded and I just joined in. So if at all I need you to counsel the person,
yeah, sure,
just
I
let
can
me know
talk to
how
the
to go
person.
about it,
I have
please.
no problems. Yes.
If I can get your number or so, whatever.
You can talk to Khurshid Bhai, he'll give you my
Yeah,
details.
yeah. I will request Tanya to share Brother Adnan number in the chat for the public, so that anyone can reach out to him.
Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair.
Thank you.
Thank you for the.
Do we have any more questions here?
Brother Adnan, can you throw some light on the popular statement being made these days? Is that that it is scientifically or from the gene, it is being proved that there can be homosexuals, which I am sure it is a wrong statement. But would you like to throw some point on from the medical science point of view?
That the homosexuality is inherent in us. Is that what you mean?
Yes. Not only inherent, but in some people it is because of their biological structure. So I don't think.
See, okay. Scientifically, if we see, scientifically and biologically, I would say, if to be precise, there are only two genders biologically. One is a male gender, one is a female gender. Unless and until there is no third gender as per science. There are genders are only two, male and female. Biologically, I'm talking about. There are only two genders. Now, all this thing about homosexuality is feeling based. That, for example, I'll tell you that, for example, if I'm born as a male, I have a male organ, right? I'm born with male features, but I feel women. I feel as a woman, or I feel I have urge towards another male. So that's all based on feelings and based on urge, not based on your physical attributes. It's not based on that. Scientifically, how? If somebody, see, that's again comes under the thing that you cannot prove. There's no proof. Science simply, science भी क्या हमारे senses से हमें सीधा पता चलता है there are only two genders, male and women, male and female. But the only all this thing about is about feelings, and that I have an urge towards, as a biological male, I have an urge towards a biological male, or as a biological woman, biological female, I have an urge towards a biological. It's all about the feelings, and I would say that, as I said, that we should. That's counseling. That's the solution to this. और उसके बाद भी these people have more opportunities of earning the rewards. और scientifically कैसे, अगर हम evolution हिसाब से भी इसको देखें, from an evolution perspective, let me just throw another at you. That is, initially जो organism था सबसे पहले as per evolution arena, वो था asexual. asexual reproduction होती थी ना, that one unicellular organism जो था, how did it reproduce? It was unicellular. It was a unicellular organism, and it reproduced using an asexual reproduction. जो asexual reproduction होती है, in which you do not need a partner to reproduce. तो पूरा जो evolution का है वो reproduction ही तो है. जो हम survival, even when we say that evolution, why we evolved is because of survival. Offsprings का मसला ही तो survival है. That because I know that I'm going to die, a human knows I'm going to die, so you create another before you go out. You create another. So यहाँ पे जो homosexuality का ये issue है, it's only based on feelings and not based on anything. There's no logic, biological logic, or there is no scientific logic behind it. That because science is or evolution से भी कोई answer इसमें नहीं मिलता. Scientifically नहीं मिलता, because there are only two genders. And now it's based on feelings that I feel. You know, do you know today there are in West today, if you can Google about it, about puberty blockers. You know what's a puberty blocker? Puberty blocker is कि बच्चा जब पैदा होगा, वो स्कूल में जाएगा, वो अपने आप को आइडेंटिफाइड मेल एंड फीमेल नहीं करेगा, because it's your when he grows a certain age, that's known as puberty. You're going to block their puberty when he grows, and then he identifies himself as a male or a female. I mean, just read about puberty blockers in America and in Canada. It's a big problem for those people, you know, those who are, I mean, जो शरीफ नफ्स families वहाँ पे रहती है, उनके लिए बहुत बड़ी problem आज है about puberty blockers. And so इसका scientific, इसका सिर्फ एक ही है. अगर हम अभी इससे पहले भी क्वेश्चन जो आया था कि we feel it certain way, मेरी भी बात छोड़ो, सबकी बात छोड़ो, साइंस की हम बात कर रहे हैं ना, साइंस के सबसे ज्यादा साइंटिस्ट वगैरह वो कहाँ, जो मेडिकल साइंस को आज की देखती है, वो है वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. What does the World Health Organization say about homosexuality? इसके बारे में आप गूगल करो, हमारे पास लिंक्स पड़ी है, बुक्स भी पड़ी है. होमोसेक्सुअलिटी के बारे में वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का एक डिक्लेयर्ड ये था, गोल था, जो डिक्लेयर्ड उनकी नोटिस वगैरह जो थी, वो ये थी, it's a disability. That's what they said. You just check it out, that it's, or up because of activists from the last few years, activists के pressure की वजह से they have taken it off just few years ago. But for over the period of time, it has always been seen by World Health Organization. अब इसमें ना इस्लाम आता है ना कोई आता है इसमें. It's nothing in it. ना God आता है. It's World Health Organization. They're using pure medical science, and they said this is a disability. And because of the pressure of the activists, they have removed it from there now. एक्टिविज्म की वजह से. तो इसके पीछे ना एक्टिविज्म बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर है आजकल, होमोसेक्सुअलिटी और ये जो है ना नेटफ्लिक्स और ये सब चीजें, इससे आप देखो, you know, these things are how they are controlling us subconsciously. They're controlling you subconsciously and we don't know. हकीकत में जो आजकल का फ्री थिंकर है ना, जिसको हम फ्री थिंकर हम बोलते हैं ना, उन लोगों को फ्री थिंकर, they're not free thinker, they're going with the flow. Movies and dramas and all, they're going with the flow. अच्छा ये वो thinking like that way. हकीकत में फ्री थिंकर वो बंदा है जो इसके ऑपोजिट में खड़ा है, जो आजकल मॉडर्न पॉप कल्चर के ऑपोजिट में खड़ा है. दैट गाय इज अ फ्री थिंकर. बिकॉज एक, लेट्स से देयर इज अ हुजूम ऑफ पीपल जा रहा है एक डायरेक्शन में, तो आप क्या करो, आप भी उसी के साथ जा रहे हो, उसी हुजूम में उसी के साथ चल रहे हो, बिकॉज इट्स इजी. द मोमेंट यू स्टार्ट, you know, walking in the opposite direction, it's very difficult now. And that person who walks in an opposite direction in this is actually a free thinker. तो ये जो मेडिकल साइंस वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का आप पढ़ लो, वहां पे क्लियर मेंशन है डिसेबिलिटी है. Do we have anything more?
Yeah, seems Tanya's dropped. There's a question in the chat. I will just read out. It is from Nida. Nida says, homosexuals would like to adopt and raise a family, legitimizing it through marriage. Some of them also use IVF to biologically reproduce.
No, this is not my question, sir. I already asked you.
No, Nida, there's one more Nida actually.
Oh, sir.
There are two Nidas, so there's one more Nida. So, Anand bhai, did you get the question?
Yes. तो उसके लिए तो हमें मैरिज, why do we need government to go ahead and register the marriage? Because अगर हम कहीं पे ये बोलते हैं कि मुझे अडॉप्ट करना है, उसके तो लॉज एंड रेगुलेशंस ऑलरेडी है ना. If a single individual who is not married, who does not have any partner, he wants to adopt a kid, uske liye to law already hai. So we can do it using that law. Why do we need to register the marriage? That's my question.
And there is one more question from Nida. She says, also many theist communities discuss having arrived at these difficult conclusions through experience and learning that did not involve popular culture influence. To me, it did not reflect a sound judgment. Sorry, for many atheist communities. So what she means is कि बहुत सारे atheist जो बन जाते हैं atheist, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ popular culture की वजह से, बल्कि actually वो convince हुए एथिज्म से इसलिए बने. तो क्या ये उनका कंक्लूजन सही होता है या गलत होता है?
I didn't say everybody. I said the majority of the people. I said majority. Yes, I already in the beginning I praised atheists for taking a stance, for using their brain, started to think. That's a process. So we're in the process. I admire that, and that's the reason why I love discussing things with atheists, because at least they are thinking. At least वो सोच रहे कोई चीज. So, and I tell everybody to be humble with them, because normally ये चीज होती है, you're hostile towards atheists, so you have rejected everything, you're hostile towards homosexuals. We should not be. We should appreciate that at least they're using their brain. I did not say that. Maybe you should listen to this recording one more time. I be very specific. I said majority of the people are today हमारे आज की age में, because of popular culture, because it's got nothing to do, those people have got nothing to do with science, philosophy. They just follow it because of popular culture, because it's a trend of the day. Yes, I not praise classical atheists, because they took a stance against the church. Church had banned science. किसी के घर में science की book निकलेगी, philosophy book, उसका घर जला देते थे. They took a stance against it. So we should appreciate that. If there was something that they felt is wrong, whether I might agree with them or disagree with them, that's irrelevant, but they took a stance. They took a stance against them. So I said majority of the people. Yes, there are today people who also use reason, but then the reasons, as I said, that हम किसी conclusion पे तब पहुंचते हैं because हमारी फाउंडेशन क्या है वो इल्म हासिल करने की. अगर हम उसका महदूद, so वहीं पे सारी बहस वहीं पे है. It's all the बहस वहीं पे कि how you acquire knowledge. वही सारी बहस है. If I am able to go ahead and convince you, if you're an atheist, that how you should think, and what are the principles of thinking, just if you restrict it just to empiricism, we're not going to reach the conclusion. So we can have a debate, we can have a discussion, even in, I would say, this time pe jo bhi bola jata hai, when there were discussions in the cities of Baghdad and in Cairo and others. Do you know what was the motive of the discussion? It was not to prove that I'm wrong, I'm right, or to prove that you're wrong, or discussing something that that person proves himself to be wrong and I'm wrong. No, the purpose of the discussion should always be that the discussion should help us reach towards the truth. It's not if we go ahead, and because I've participated in many debates about atheism, homosexuality, I have found that uska koi conclusion baad mein nikalta hi nahi. The reason is because मैं एक stance पहले लेके खड़ा हूँ और दूसरा बंदा भी पहले एक स्टांस पे है. अब मैं उसको इतना जबरदस्त पॉइंट भी बता दूं, he will not convey. वो बोलेगा मैं कल अच्छा आंसर लेके आऊंगा. He is not ready to go ahead and accept. So the purpose of the debate and discussion between, whether it's between the theists and atheists, it should always be that it should help us get closer to the truth. So don't misquote me saying that I said that everybody is popular culture. No, I said majority, because that's what I have gained from my experience talking to people. Yes, there are many who have reasons to be atheists, and I appreciate them for taking a stance against something that was coming in their families consistently, and they are in the process right now. So that should be it.
Nida, I mean, I'm referring to Nida from Bangalore. Nida, आपको कुछ verbally पूछना है question? Nida, can you hear us?
No, thank you so much. I don't really have any other questions. I don't mean to misquote him. All I was trying to say was that most people that I have come across haven't been influenced by popular culture. And from my experience, especially from where I come, it's not easy to have an opinion that contradicts a majority of people. So it's, I think, to say that, even homosexuality, it's very difficult to sort of have choices that are so different from others, and then to constantly be bullied and to constantly be, bullied, or to constantly feel that you're different. It's Not very easy. It's not very easy. It's something that comes from, I just don't think that we should direct ourselves to think that it is as a result of popular culture. I am certain, even if we don't have conclusive answers yet, I am certain that it is not a result of just.
Nida, I have a question for you. Sorry to cut you off here. I was born with a polygamous tendency. Will you allow me to have more than one wife?
I'm sorry, I was making a point, and my point was that we should not think that it is a result of popular influences. I'm in the middle of something, so I just want to make that point.
I appreciate. Thank you.
A moment. Thank you.
I want to add one point, Adnan bhai.
Yes, sir.
Like I feel it's not, about the feelings, it's about the government. I feel it's about the government problems, Now in across the world, in Europe, America, the woman has got so much of power that, they can actually torture a husband. And because of the fear, many people like whom I know, like at least in Europe, they fear to marry, because they fear if they get married and just within a couple of years they are away. It's big loss in India, in Europe, in America, where a husband has to actually go through a torment. And then they have to actually part everything, whatever they have from the childhood till their age, they have to part for everything. So this fear, when these our educated kids, age of 18 years, age of 20 years, they come to know, they, because of the fear now, their mental attitude is getting more inclined towards the other way, rather than, what the Islam and what the Dharma has actually given, whether it is, from Veds, whether it is from Quran or whichever religion you take. The Dharma has made the thing so simple. You marry. If the girl is not happy, she can leave. And you can have a deal with her, okay, whatever you want. But we have gone away from that. And the government, I feel government is very much responsible for the, the transient of change from what the earlier situation, what the earlier century says, and now where we are. We are so fear from a girl actually, and these kids are so fearful. Like tomorrow I marry, and just after 4 years with kids, the girl goes away, and they have to give so much as a, on the return to the girl side. That,
Thank you, Rashid bhai. We have some more questions actually. Mujri Iqbal Mir says, I am new here from Kashmir. You choose a good topic to be. Why do not talk about Waliullah? Iqbal Mir sahab, can you ask your question verbally? Because I did not understand your question. What is written in the chat? Iqbal Mir? Iqbal Mir, you there? Okay, he asked something, I don't know. Why you not talk about Waliullahs, while as they all know, all semblant or mysterious, I don't know. And then we have one from Haider Ali. There are cases in which a person is feeling inappropriate or like to be homosexual, even after marrying with opposite gender, as shown in Amir Khan program Satyamev Jayate. So how this type of feeling can be fixed? Is counseling only solution? I think this is third time, Haider, same question was repeated twice. So as Adnan bhai has said that just like you need counseling for a person with suicidal tendency or someone who is a pedophile, you don't say that, okay, you are pedophile, so just go ahead and fulfill your wishes, whether you work for the counseling. So yes, counseling is the solution. I think he has already answered this thing. Anyone else having any question? Najfi says, really appreciate the session. Anyone else has any question? No one has any question. Iqbal Saab says, sometimes it goes above head. I simply seek, if possible, that wisdom and philosophy. Any question anyone has? और सबके सर के ऊपर से निकल गया क्या? एक साहब कह रहे हैं कि सर के ऊपर से भी निकल जा रहा है. ब्रदर अदनान का नंबर शेयर हुआ है चैट में. अगर आप पर्सनली भी कनेक्ट होना चाहते हैं तो हो सकते हैं. But he is very busy person also, so just to the point आप उनको मैसेज कर सकते हैं, or you can take time from him and then speak also. कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है?
अगर क्वेश्चन नहीं है, I'll just give the concluding remarks, I should say, or what is the takeaway from here. The thing is, जो हमने start में discuss किया था about wisdom and philosophy, and I talked about an individual who is named, whose teachings are mentioned in the Quran, that what he has the जो भी उन्होंने टीचिंग्स या नसीहतें अपने बेटे को की है, वो है लुकमान. ही रीच सर्टेन कंक्लूजन्स, और उनके बारे में ये मेंशन है कि वो आतैना लुकमान हिकमा अनिश्कुर लिल्लाह. हमने लुकमान को हिकमत दी ताकि वो अल्लाह का शुक्र अदा करे. देखिए, हमारा जो वजूद है, इंसान का जो एग्जिस्टेंस हमारी है, देयर आर टू aspects. It's made out of two things. One is our spiritual being and another is our physical human, जिसको total human बनता है, physical, spiritual and animal being. Animal being and spiritual being इससे है कि human बन जाता है. तो जो हमारा जो हमारा animal being है, उसका एक aspect है, वो है to be thankful. So this thankfulness you will find even in the animals. Let's say, for example, you're in an airport and you drop a bag and somebody gives you a bag. What do you say? You say thank you, right? Naturally, एक तो दिल से तो आपने शुक्रिया तो करोगे, but obviously if you're muhazzib, you will also use the word thank you with your words as well. तो यही जो जज्बा thankfulness का है, जो वहां पे mention है about the wisdom, wa atayna luqmana hikma, हमने लुकमान को हिकमत दी अनिश्कुर लिल्लाह, so that he thanks God. So wisdom का logical जो progression और conclusion है, that it should be thankfulness. वआतैना लुकमान हिकमा अनिश्कुर लिल्लाह, हमने लुकमान को हिकमत दी ताकि वो thankful रहे. तो यही जो thankfulness एक इंसान में थी, thankfulness थी. If you go in the ancient times, वहां पर when there was pastoralism and people were doing agriculture, और जो भी वहां पे nomadic life वगैरह जो भी थी, तो उस टाइम पे they started thanking sun, because फसल भी जो एनर्जी का सोर्स मेन था वो सन से ही था. फसल उगती थी सन से, इवेपोरेशन वगैरह सन से होती थी. इवन जो आप अपने आप को गर्मी करते थे रात के टाइम पे, व्हेन यू यूज्ड टू लकड़ी काटते थे, और जो लकड़ी के अंदर भी जो एनर्जी है वो भी obviously sun का ही सोर्स है. तो sun, they consider that sun to be the eternal source of all the energy. तो how would you thank sun? So they used to thank sun, और ये thankfulness बनते बनते इबादत बन गई. This is the reason why you will find that पूरी human history में अल्लाह के बाद one God, one creator, one God के बाद जिसकी सबसे ज्यादा इबादत हुई है वो है sun God की. और ये हकीकत में how it converted into worship, because a man wanted to thank sun. इजिप्ट की civilization देखो आप, वहां पे आपको sun god मिलेगा, सबसे बड़ा god. Greek civilization, mythology, Greek mythology, not civilization, Greek mythology देखो आप, वहां पे आपको sun god मिलेगा. इंडिया में देखो sun god, ईस्ट एंड फार ईस्ट में देखो sun god. So ये क्या था? ये actually was an outcome of thankfulness. Now, when you used your intelligence, you said that I have to thank, and whatever you could see was that sun is the actual source, so you started thanking the sun. तो wisdom जो आपको बताती है, wisdom आपको ये बताती है कि you should actually be thanking the entity that actually put the sun there, जिसने sun को एक ऐसे laws के अंदर जगड़े रखा और एक laws उसके ऊपर ऐसे implement किए that sun does what it does. So you have to thank the creator of the sun, or an entity that has put the sun out there. And if we don't do it, if we don't thank it, जैसे मैंने कहा, thankfulness, then what are we? If we don't thank, somebody dropped a bag at the airport, you said thank you. And just like our ancestors, somebody in the past, in long time back, and even in all the civilizations, they started thanking sun. The wisdom is to thank the entity that put the sun there. So if we don't thank that entity, what are we? That's a question. So we should be thanking, and the thankfulness should be the logical outcome, because it's not just the sun. You can see so many of इतनी सारी चीजें इर्द गिर्द देखो अपने अंदर, अनफुसहुम, सनुरीहिम आयातिना फिल आफाकि व फी अनफुसिहिम। आप साइंस देखो, बाहर देखो, कितनी सारी चीजें बाहर की है और हमारे अंदर की है, जिसके लिए we should be thankful. We should be thankful to the entity that actually put it there. So that should be the logical outcome of the wisdom that we have. And जिस तरीके से बोला गया कि जिसको wisdom दी गई, जिसको हिकमत दी गई, खैरन कसीरा, उसको बहुत बहुत बड़ा खैर दिया गया। एंड हजरत जॉन द बैप्टिस्ट जो है, हजरत यहया अलैहिस्सलाम, जॉन द बैप्टिस्ट, उनके बारे में कुरान में है कि वो आतीना हुक्म सबिया, उनको बचपन में ही हिकमत अता की गई थी। So if a person has wisdom, logically it should take us to the thankfulness and thankfulness of our Creator. That's what I wanted to conclude with. Thank you so much.
Adnan bhai, can you tell the name of the books you recommended during your program?
Which
or
book?
You can write in the chat.
Which book?
I think the science book.
Well, actually, that was about the paradigm shift. You can, I never would recommend any one particular book on a topic. If you have to discuss or study a topic, read about the paradigm shifts. The paradigm shift के book, paradigm shifts के ऊपर जो book लिखी है वो थॉमस कुहन ने लिखी है, about how science takes the paradigm shift. It's a topic about the philosophy of science, how the science can take a paradigm shift. Just like earlier, it was considered gravity is a pulling force, but later on we came to know, no, it's not a pulling force, it's actually a pushing force. We came to know about theory of steady state. The origin of universe was steady state, right? That it was always there. Then we came to know, no, the time cannot be infinite in the past, so there is a big bang, there was an origin. So science takes that paradigm shift. So that's what is discussed by थॉमस कुहन। उनकी रिसर्च, पूरी लाइफ की रिसर्च इसी के ऊपर है। बहुत सारी बुक्स उन्होंने थॉमस कुहन ने लिखी है। THOMAS KUHN इज द नेम ऑफ द ऑथर, और उनकी बुक्स आप देख सकते हैं। थैंक यू।
Okay. Thank you everyone for your patient time. Thank Brother Adnan for giving his precious time and imparting us some very beneficial knowledge. So anyone has any question or doubt related to these topics or philosophical topics, please reach out to Brother Adnan. We have shared his WhatsApp number.
Thank you everybody. Shukriya.
Shukriya. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you everyone. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you Adnan bhai, thank you.
Thank you brother.